This man, Chris Curtis, he is stepping into just a major step up in competition right here, man. We got all in Brendan Allen, man. Minus 340, favorite in the middleweight division with the plus 270. Comeback for the action man, Chris Curtis, who got a crazy knockout win against Phil Hawes in his last fight. However, the narrative is a little bit different if you were watching the fight, right? Chris Curtis, he started off very slow. This is a man who's known for his knockouts. He's known for his boxing, his striking capabilities. One of the main sparring partners was Sean Strickland, right? But Phil Hawes was putting it on his ass. And I think that Phil Hawes got overconfident. I think he was landing so much that he was just like, all right, I'm just going to pick this dude apart. You know what I mean? I'm Megatron. I do what I do. Chris Curtis, all he does is he sits back, and I'm not going to say this in a derogatory sense, but he's waiting for the counter. You know what I mean? He'll let you get all that. He got the good striking defense, shelled up, hitting everything. And the moment you least expect it, boom, shot to the chin, boom, shot to the liver, boom, hook here, you know what I'm saying? So he's going to need to do that against Brendan Allen, but it's going to be tough to do that because Brendan Allen averages about almost 1.5 takedowns per fight at a 45% clip. He can get it to the ground. He can beat you up on the feet. He's a monster of a man. He's 17-4, 5-1 in the UFC, and his only loss in the UFC, AJ, is against Sean Strickland, which is a fight he wants back very, very bad. Do you think Chris Curtis has another shot at an upset here against Brendan Allen, AJ? This is a big question we need to ask because this man might be a little in over his head, just a little bit.
I mean, I think he's a little in over his head, but do you want to go to war with a dude like Chris Curtis? No. I don't know, man. That's no, that's a firm no. No, but really though, what I like most about Chris Curtis is he's down to shell up. He's up for a war, but the crazy thing, he doesn't. Yes, he has power, crazy power, but his timing and precision are, bar none next to a lot of people. Where with the Phil Haas fight, he didn't even really turn on his punch and crack him. He let Phil Haas step in. He just binked him right on the button and it just put him out. It was a dirty left counter hook. It was Chris Curtis in over his head? Yeah, he's going to be a deep water for sure. Yeah. But can he get it done? Yeah, I think there's an option where he can get this comeback going. Brendan Allen, though, has an absolute chin on him as well, and he's been in some dogfights, so it's going to be hard to see. I definitely think Brendan Allen is a little bit more of the well-rounded, well-versed fighter, so it's going to be cool to see how Chris Curtis is able to step up. Is he one of those fighters that steps up to the occasion or kind of drowns in that water going forward and then he's settled to the back? What do you think?
Well, this is the big caveat, dog, is that Brendan Allen doesn't have to stand with you if he doesn't want to. Just take you down, snap your arm, choke you to sleep. Listen, he has 9 submission wins in his 17 victories. That's like pretty impressive, you know what I'm saying? Like to be able to get people to the ground and have an evolution of your stand-up game. He fought Puna Heli Soriano in his last fight, and he beat him in a kickboxing match, dude. It really didn't go to the ground. It was just straight back and forth, and Allen got the better of the exchanges, got into the clinch, big knees. Puna, he's the dude who he hits you one time and you're going to sleep, man. So that was very impressive. I was very impressed with that one. But let's look at the other things, man. Carl Roberson, Brendan Allen submitted him in 1 round. Kyle Dawkins, the Dawkins brother, Brendan Allen got the unanimous decision victory. Tom Breeze knocked the man out. Shout out Tom Breeze. No longer in the UFC, but he was a very tough test. And Brendan Allen has a win over Kevin Holland as well, man. I believe he submitted him as well. So Chris Curtis needs to keep the fight standing if he wants to win the fight. I think those are his best prospects, but Brendan Allen's going to make that very, very difficult, man. 4-inch height advantage for Allen. Same reach. And listen, man, I think Brendan Allen's the biggest favorite on the card with a minus 340. Would you take the plus 270? Plus money, AJ. Would you recommend anyone to do that, or is that a little too much of a stretch on this one?
Ooh, it's a stretch, but if you're a gambling man and you got a little extra scratch, might as well. Because, I'll let the cat out of the bag now, man. I'm going Brendan Allen. I think it's a safe bet, even before I saw the odds up there. And I actually do agree with these odds. I think that's really where it lies. But if you're a gambling man, you're looking to put some money down. Yeah, that's a pretty good comeback because Chris Curtis can land those bombs. But, we saw in the last fight, you mentioned it against Puna. Dude, the Brendan Allen's able to weather that storm, take those cracks on the chin, and keep smiling, keep talking. He looks very unassuming, but even in that Puna Heli Soriano fight, he was chirping back, man. He was talking shit in the cage, and I really got a lot of respect for Brendan Allen because of it.
Absolutely, man. And listen, Chris Curtis, like you said, he's the action man. 15 knockouts on his resume, 11 decision wins. He can get it done via points. He can knock your head off. But Brendan Allen, man, it's just going to be a tough task, man. Fighting out of Sanford MMA, he's on a 2-fight win streak. He's 25 years old. Chris Curtis is 34, so it's another one of those 10-year gaps. Chris Curtis is a little more built into his body, but Brendan Allen's still the bigger man. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. The biggest thing here, though, AJ, before I leave off, because I'm going Brendan Allen on this one, I just think he's a very confident fighter. He's become very, very confident. Even though he got knocked out by Sean Strickland recently, 2 fights ago, he's just a confident man. You could see it in his striking approach to the game. 45% takedown accuracy, 50% takedown defense, 1.5 submissions per fight. I like Brendan Allen here. But tell me, AJ, because I think we talked about it on the live. No, we did. Over-under on this one, my man. It's 1.5 rounds. You going over or under?
1.5. Ooh. So I'm going over, but just by barely, man. Okay. I'm having it at Allen as a submission in round 2. I think he's going to weather that storm that Chris Curtis is going to put on. I think that's Chris Curtis's best aspect is put it on the first round. But I think Brendan Allen weathers that storm, gets him to the ground, taps him out, makes it a show. Going forward, I'm going with over, but just by barely. What about you, Derek?
I'm going under on this one. I got Brendan Allen via submission. I think he gets him to the ground and he just works his bread and butter, man. Unless Chris Curtis can keep it standing, this is the most clear path to victory for Brendan Allen. And why not utilize that, man? Yeah, he can say, I want to go and I want to strike with this man so I can prove to people, and that'll be a little bit different. We never know a fighter's approach to the game, but against a dangerous man like Curtis, you saw what he did to Phil Hawes, you better take him to the ground and just get him out of there, bro. In my opinion, personally. So I'm going Allen. I'm going the under for 1.5 rounds. You're going Allen, but you're taking the over. Either way, I think that is a pretty safe bet.